All right, this is lab 6-5. Um, we're still continuing what we did in the last lab. We're still trying or working with the returns in January compared to the returns during the rest of the year. So to start off, we're going to go to the data tab, get data from database from SQL Server. And I'm going to type this in really quick. All right, so I have all of the code typed up. So we are selecting the transaction date, transaction type, the state, grabbing the store column from the store table, and also the sum of the transaction amount and renaming that as amount. And we're pulling that from transact, and it'll be also interjoined with store. And here is just displaying which columns are being joined and from which tables they're being grabbed from. And so after that, the information will be grouped by transaction date, transaction type, state, store, and also ordered by transaction date. So everything looks good. Let me just drag this up a little bit. So you hit OK. And let it load really quick. All right, now we want to hit edit. We want to select transaction type. I'm going to go to the transform tab and hit pivot column. We need, in the values column, we need to select amount. And we need sum. And that's the one we need, so we can hit OK. So now we have purchases and returns, kind of similar to what we did before. So now we can go ahead and close and load this. All right, hopefully it hurries. All right, looks like it's pulling through. Okay, there it goes. So I show 298,526 rows. Whoa. I'm not sure why this popped up. Can you scoot down so I can see what this is? Okay, well, maybe, oh, okay, it was just showing us the query thing. Okay, so yeah, I show 298,526 rows. In the textbook, there is a difference of 1, and probably because of the typo. And so I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Browse documents, lab 6-5, just so I don't lose it. All right. So, oh, I forgot it was still recording. So I think I'm gonna. It was supposed to be saved as lab 6-6 per the textbook. So I'm just gonna save it again as lab, just 6-6. Okay, after that, saved. All right, now I am in Tableau. We want to select Microsoft Excel and grab the document we just saved, 6-6. All right. I think it's ready to be worked with. So, oh, if not, sheet 2, there you go. Looks like the data is already loaded in, so we can go to sheet 1. So here we're gonna create a calculated field. So we wanna right click, create calculated field. In this calculation box, we want R over P. And then here we want the function. So sum all right, I now have the calculation in. It says the calculation is valid. We're just summing the returns, and then dividing that by the sum of the purchases. So we can go ahead and click, I think we press OK. Yeah, it is okay. We hit OK. Now we can see our created column over here. So now we want to go to state and drop this in our sheet. So we've seen this before. It's just showing us where dealer stores are located. And so we want to double click purchases so that it shows us, yeah, once we hover over these blue dots, it'll also give us the purchase amount. And the next step would be to rename this sheet. We want to rename it sales by state. And it changed the name as well up here. And so now we want to change this into a field map. And so we go ahead and select this one. And the darker ones are going to be the, So those would be the states with higher purchases amount. And so the next step would have to be to create a duplicate. So right click. Oh, we want a duplicate of the sheet. So duplicate. And on here, we want to get rid of the sum. So to do that, we're gonna just drag this off of it and add in RP. There you go. Oh, and I placed it in the wrong one. It should go in the color box. Ooh, okay. So it looks like the higher the returns over purchases, the darker it is. And so we're gonna want to rename this to returns percentages by state. Okay. And go ahead and create another worksheet. We're gonna grab transaction date and drag it into rows. And so because we can expand it, we're gonna go all the way to the month level. And I think we can just get rid of the transaction date, the first initial one. So there we go. Those have been tossed out and we are left with month. Now we want to double click RP and boom. So this is good and shows the data in a pretty good fashion, but what they want is to for highlight tables. Ooh. All right, so we did one highlight table for highlight tables. So now the textbook says to take this row and move it back to rows. So instead of having a column, we'll want this in the rows. Then we want to all right, now we want to create a new dashboard. And so we're gonna create a dashboard and then drop in all three of these within our dashboard. Bigger, whoa. Okay. What is this? Okay. Just not mess with that. I'll bring it in later or readjust it later. I guess I have to readjust it now. So let me see. Oh, no, don't zoom in. Wanna make this smaller. So hard to work with. Like, move. Okay. All right. All right. I have now brought in all three of the sheets within our dashboard. And now what we want to do is make the returns percentage by state our master table. So we want to select it and go to this gray bar over here on the side and then use as filter. And so if I select Texas here, it selects Texas on this, on sales by state as well. and I guess it edits. Yeah, it changes the R over P for each month based on the state. All right, and that is lab 6-5.